So this fear of God is a very interesting theme because it brings up a lot of questions, and you know, we are all interested in it because we know our God to be a loving Father. We know our God to be like a caring God. We know our God to be the one who sacrificed himself for us, who is willing to live with us every day of our believing life here on earth. So, you know, when we talk about fearing that God, it's like, really? And yes. So Isaiah 8:12, let me just read this because it kind of, it makes a certain point about it. Say not a confederacy, like, like a conspiracy, to all of them, to whom these people say a conspiracy, neither fear you their fear, nor be afraid. Like, do not fear what people fear, okay? Do not fear their fear. People want you to fear what they fear. They have an expectation for you, but you do not have to fear what they want, really. That's what the Lord is saying to Isaiah. Instead, fear God. But of course, God doesn't want us to cringe every time that we think of him, or we speak of him, or we hear him speak. That's not our call. What a strange call it would be. God would say, "Come unto me, all you who are heavy burdened and laden, and I will give you fear." That's not our call. What a strange call it would indeed be. But the point here is that disobedience to God would be more concerning to us than it is than disobedience to anyone or anything else. Okay, so disobeying God would be more concerning for us than disobeying anyone or anything else. Like, that's the order it goes. That's what the fear of God is. Like a typical teenager will have a very hard time not conforming to the expectations of classmates and friends. But we are called to something more. And yet we are tempted the same way as that teenager to be disobedient to God, because the world expects us to think a certain way about abortion, flirting, about gossip, about cursing, okay? And the world is looking at you and is waiting for you to say what they say. And God is saying, disobedience to me should be more concerning for you than it is to them, because I am the eternal measure of everything. So, you know, make an intelligent judgment in that sense. Maybe I could say just this simple illustration. So, let's say you're in Hungary, I don't know, somewhere in the countryside, in your car, and you're snoozing at night, and then I knock on the door and I tell you, you know, this is illegal in the United States. You cannot sleep in your car. You're gonna say something along the lines of, "Get lost, dude," and you're gonna turn to your other side and you're gonna keep sleeping, right? Obviously, because you're not in that country. You're in this country, so you don't care about it. Or let's say, let's say you criticize the government in one of our democracies, all right, where there's freedom of speech. And then I tell you, you can die for this in North Korea or some other dictatorial, oppressive country. Will you then stop criticizing the government? I doubt it. I don't think you're interested in what happens in that other country. Why would you be? And the answer to that is because you fear the government. You fear, quote unquote, the government here more than the government over there. Are you terrified of your government? Probably not. But you have respect. You have more respect for one than you have for the other. I mean, if you were in that other country, you would keep to those regulations if you know what's good for you. Fear of God means that we respect that He leads us, that He cares for us, and then we honor Him more than we honor the expectations of people around us. And that's what the fear of God is about. I hope that helps a little bit. God bless your day.